Okay, guys, welcome back again. It's still your boy, the Legend FS Academy. First and foremost, I want to thank each and every one of you who subscribed, those who watched the video, those who took the trade, those who didn't take the trade. I want to say a big shout out to you guys. I want to say thank you all for watching my video. As you all know, I keep saying it that we don't know it all. We are here to learn. Learn from you, you learn from me. I want to say a big shout out to you all. And you all, you know how we do it again. I'm back again for the week. What do we have in the month of June? And what is my expectation in the month of June? First and foremost, a lot of people have been calling me legend. What is your say on gold? What is your say on gold? Are we still in uptrend? Are we still in downtrend? Technically, we are still in uptrend, and I'll be showing you why I said we are still in uptrend. I'll be doing a quick technical analysis on gold. As you all know, I have gold here on my screen here staring at me here, and I'll be doing a quick technical analysis of GBPJPY, GBPUSD, and USDCHF, and probably S&P 500. Please and please, if this video is long, please bear with me and watch to the end so that you will be able to position yourself to take the move as we embark on the month of June. Okay. Or that with that being said, let's kick off with gold. Gold is number one on my watch list first. So what do I have on gold? You can see that gold from here we can say that gold has been from here now we can say that gold has been ranging from here. I exited my position somewhere here on Friday because it's about the close of the week, and because gold did not have the power to shoot up here, I exited my position. If you watch my previous video, you will know that here is my first target so that I can pass my phase one, but that didn't happen. I didn't pass. I closed in small profit here. That is fine, but I'm still betting gold up. You know why I said this? You know why I said gold is still up? We have this demand zone here, and we have this inversor head and shoulder, left shoulder, right shoulder, the head. Gold came back to come and touch it. The moment it dipped inside this particular head and shoulder, gold rallied up. The reason why I said I'm still betting on gold, that gold is up, is let me show you something real quick here. I have this trend line from here. If I touch here, it will not be a valid. But let me just put it here. I have my first touch. I can put it here. I also put it here. But the main how to draw the proper trend line is it must be at the week. But fine, I know it must be at the week, but let me still put it here. And I have another one coming up from the other side, from upside, which is this here now. You can see that the moment anytime we got to this particular upside, we always bounce back. And this is looking like a flag. You know why I say it's looking like a flag? So we have this pole from here. You see that it's looking like a flag. This is why I said gold is still we are still in uptrend on gold. We are still in uptrend. If you connect this pole, connect this one, you can see that we are still in uptrend. So what I will be expecting on gold is that I will be waiting for a gold to still deep down, give me something like this, deep down to this particular trend line, and rally from here. So this is what I'll be waiting on gold without no more analysis. If this can play out, fine. This will be a perfect place for me to execute my trade. Coming back to come and test this particular neck again, this inversor head and shoulder, and this trend line, this will be a perfect buy for me. You don't want to be playing with gold. You know, gold is too volatile to be playing with. You want to be buying gold at the exact point where you enter and the market move from there. You know that if gold wants to move or wants to dump, it dump harder, or it buy harder, whichever way you want to understand it from. But what I'm trying to say is that whatever gold wants to buy, you can see it here. Gold will just rally without giving you any good formation. If it wants to sell also, it sell without massive force. So you want to be targeting gold to buy at exact points where you know that gold wants to move from. So this is what I'm anticipating for gold. If this happen, I will definitely buy. And if this did not happen, I will skip gold because gold is too volatile. So that is what I have on gold. This is just like a flag, and a flag, you also know that a flag, once we touch this trend line, will give you something like this. That means we buy. So enough of gold. No more technical analysis on gold. Let's quickly head over to GBPJPY. Let me show you something there. Okay, we are on GBPJPY right now. Okay, we're on GBPJPY, and before we head on, before we go, I quickly made this post on the Discord group where I belong to. You can see I said this is my name here, the Legend FS Academy. This is on 5th 29 3 p.m. I already closed my position at 100% retracement level. That is Fibonacci retracement level. Now I reposition for another entry. This was when the market was still somewhere here. The market was still, I closed my position here. So the market was still somewhere here. Then this zone here caught my attention. You can see the market is not up there yet. The market is still somewhere here yet. The market is just halfway. When this fair value gap here got my attention, this space here, this imbalance or whatever you may likely want to call it. Is it fair value gap or SMC, imbalance, whatever? But this was what got my attention. The market range over here. I saw that the market has filled all here. There was no inefficiency here. So the moment the market rally, let me take this off. I just want to show you this what I see before I draw this my zone. This zone has been here before the market got here. Let me just quickly take it off so that it will not confuse you guys. And let me quickly do my normal stuff. So the moment I saw this space here, I knew for a fact that there was a space here. And you know that the market don't like inefficiency in the market. I knew that the market may likely want to come and retest this. So I put my box here. I put my box here so that when the market got here, I will be looking for the reaction of the market. So when the market got there, I keep on saying it, don't buy at a support or resistance zone. Those areas are manipulation zone. This is where a lot of stop losses are taken, because newbies, they intend to buy once they see an engulfing candle. They will say engulf, the market has the candle of engulf, let's buy. No, that is a wrong way of trading. Always wait. If you are at a support or a resistance level, always wait for what we call a stop loss run, liquidity sweep, however you want to understand it. Always wait for it to happen before you buy. So what will be my expectation now on GBPJPY? We have a lot of confluences here. This is what I call a high area of confluences. One is that we have this trend line. This trend line is from, let's go to daily so that you can see it well, and you can know why I said this trend line also. You know, if you watch my two previous video I did about this guy, I was calling on this particular zone here. The market has filled it, rallied up. Now the market is at this particular third touch here. On this particular third touch, the market is on this one. This is first trend line confirmation, a break of structure to the upside, coming back, trend line confirmation here on this daily confirmation. Let's go back to 4 hour. Then we'll pull out our Fibonacci zone. We'll pick from swing low here to swing high, where the market got to before it start pulling back. This is where the market got to before it start pulling back. And this is where the market got to. We stop our Fibonacci here. We can see that this market is sitting at a fifth zone, 0.618. That is a second confirmation. 0.618 on fifth zone, a second confirmation for us. Let me delete my Fibonacci and show you the third confirmation. The third confirmation is that we are having this particular fair value gap, which the market has came to fill. This is a third confirmation. First confirmation is this trend line. Second confirmation is the Fibonacci retracement level. Third confirmation is this particular fair value gap here. And I think that stop loss one has been done, but I don't know yet, because these guys are so smart. But you have to act smart in order to follow them. So now, how do you enter this particular trade now? Ideally, there's also a counter trend coming from upside. So how I will enter this trade is that I will wait for me to see a 4 hour bullish candle close above this particular counter trend line here. I'm on 1 hour here, and you can see that on 1 hour we are printing what we call a W pattern. But I will wait for this candle to close above this particular trend line. You can see that the moment the trend line is serving as a counter trend line, not allowing this guy to push up. That is why I put my buy here, my buy position here. But I normally take my trade on 4 hours. So what I'll be waiting for here now, let me zoom out for you to see. I'll be waiting for, if this candlestick can close out significantly above here. This will be my first sign, then I'll also be this. I may enter if this 4 hour candle close, depending on the market structure and my mental state as of any time when this play out. So I'm just showing you the two scenarios that can lead me to press buy or sell. First one is that if I see a strong bullish engulfing that engulf this 1, 2, 3, 4 candle that close maybe significantly above this particular high here, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I can see a 4 hour bullish candle that engulf this particular 4 candle, I will enter believing that this counter trend line will be broken. Secondly is that if the candle was so shrink and maybe didn't have that force, just close above it, maybe with just a small wick, then I'll wait for this counter trend line to break. You get my point? So these are my scenario on what I'll be waiting for if the market plays out. So this is what I have on GBPJPY. So I've showed you what I'll be waiting for. So if everything aligns together, I will take my trade on GBPJPY. You have seen that GBPJPY, we have a lot of high confluences on GBPJPY. So with GBPJPY, with all being said, let's quickly dive into GBPUSD. I have USDCHF and I have S&P 500. So now let's quickly, before we go into GBPUSD or USDCHF, we have to check the DSY. As you all know, the DSY is always the key factor of GBPUSD and USDCHF. When DSY is buying, best believe that GBPUSD will also be selling. Now let me check the DSY and go to daily. You can see that I've done my analysis on DSY and I keep on saying that DSY is still bearish and we are coming to this particular zone. I don't have to do too many technical analysis here for you not to become analysis paralysis. I always do my analysis once and I leave it for you to play out. As far as I'm concerned, the DSY is coming to this particular zone, and if this particular zone break, the next support zone, it will be this one. Like I said, I don't trade DSY, I just use it to measure the GBPUSD and USDCHF and EURUSD. So I've seen what DSY hold. We still know that DSY is still bearish. We broke the counter trend line, we'll come back for a retest, and the retest will close below it, and this candle is forming again. So we believe that DSY is going to come to this particular zone. So now we've gotten this now. Let me quickly go back to GBPUSD. Let me take it out of my chart because I don't trade it. Now on GBPUSD, GBPUSD is a little bit trickish at the moment. Why I said is that because it has broken this particular high, and a lot of traders, they like to buy at the moment. Let me do some example here. Let me do some example so that you will understand me more. Once the market broke above this particular high, a lot of traders wants to buy somewhere from here. They want to buy somewhere from here, and that which me I don't recommend. You will not, once the market got here, the people will give you something like engulfing candle here, somewhere like this. They will give you like engulfing candle here, bullish engulfing candle. You will not start buying. The moment you buy, they will dip it down. So this area now is an area of liquidity zone, stop loss run. So you don't want to be playing around here. So what I normally wait for the guy to dip down. That this is what GBPUSD is doing currently. So now GBPUSD can dip down here and play around with here, but not to come below this particular zone. Not to come below this particular zone here. So from here to here is my area of interest, area of concern. Inside the henna is what I will be waiting for, that chart pattern I always told you, which is something like this. Something like this. It will be inside here that I will be not here. Here anything can happen here, but inside here is what I will be waiting for, because a lot of people want to buy from here. The moment the market got back here, they want to start buying. But little do they know that these smart traders, these big guys, they want to dip it down and take stop losses before they will now send it back up. So now this is what I'll be waiting for on GBPUSD. I have two scenarios on GBPUSD. First is that, let me quickly delete this. First is that you can see exactly what I explained to you guys is what is playing out here. I have this inner trend line and I have this outer trend line. First, if GBPUSD will respect this inner trend line, I would know. But I'm not really convinced about this inner trend line, because they can simply dip this market down to somewhere here and rally it up. So that is why I'm not totally convinced about this inner trend line here. But I'm just keeping it here to just let you know that I have two scenarios which I'm looking at for. So I'm not convinced about this particular inner trend line, because I still feel that this market may still probably come down a little bit inside here, but it shouldn't come below here, because here is where the force came from that led to the break of this structure. So here is my area of concern. That is why I kept my zone here. And the market has broken structure. So ideally the market need to come down, play around inside here, then give me a pattern to buy. So let's go on the 4 hour. Let me quickly show you guys. You can see on the 4 hour, this is now looking like a lot of people wants to buy from the third touch of trend line. So many people will likely want to buy, and before you know, the market will now shoot down. So I will not be taking this trade because it's too linear for me to take this trade. Let's say I just see a counter trend line break. It's too linear for me to take this trade. I will just allow it to flow. I'm just putting this one here to guide me to know what the market will anticipate next. But if I see something like this, that the market could just give me some flow or some flow down here, Inside here is when I can now look for this particular pattern here and go long, or this particular zone, but you shouldn't exceed this particular zone. So this is what I have for you on GBPUSD. Just be patient, always remain patient. The market will always favor the patient one. The market will always reward the patient one. So now this is all about GBPUSD. The first scenario is that if this trend line can be taken out, second trend line should be somewhere here, but the market should not go below this particular zone here. Let's quickly go over to USDCHF. USDCHF, where is USDCHF? Okay, now this guy on USDCHF, you know that last week I said my first position will be somewhere here because I'll be close. I said that if that happen, I will pass my phase one, but that didn't happen. So I'm still betting that this market will get to this particular level here. Why I'm using this particular level is, if you go over to monthly, you can see that this was the 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 highest the market has ever gone. This week I don't like using week because most time the market will not get to the week. I like using when the candle body close. So that is why I pick this particular zone here. So that is why I put my TP there. I'll be waiting. I'm a swing trader. I don't mind if this will take 2 weeks, 3 weeks to play out, but I'll be patiently waiting. Why I put this counter trend line here? If this counter trend line can break and close below it on 4 hours, my second position will come here. Initially, I wanted to close here, but you know how I trade is that I always close my position on a first 100% retracement level, which is here. I will close half and I will leave half to break even. So, and I will not be anticipating for this particular zone. As long as DSY is still bearish, this one also move in line with DSY. I don't trade DSY, I use USDCHF to replace DSY. So that is how I trade. I'm still hoping that USDCHF will still bleed down, but I have to wait for this counter trend line to I have to wait for the market to break this counter trend line. The market has been playing around here for some time, so I just have to wait for this guy to break this counter trend line, close below it, and I will look if I can see any significant area for me to enter the market. So, but I have my position. I have 2 positions running already. I have my 2 positions running. But if I see any significant forward candle, momentum candle here, I may likely enter the 3rd position. But for now, this is what I have on USDCHF. And quickly, let me touch on an S&P 500. I've touched on gold. I've touched on GBPJPY. Let me quickly touch on S&P 500. And one thing you should know about S&P 500 is that S&P 500 have been in up ever since. And I want to show you something real quick. Somebody called my attention to this particular monthly candle. Somebody called my attention, and I said, wow, this is a good one for us, a good one for us. S&P, for you to classify Morningstar, the law of Morningstar states that the next candle must close at least the middle of the candle, of the bearish candle. And this particular thing has happened. This is bearish, indecision, and bullish engulfing. So this is classified as the Morningstar, which is a lot of momentum. This monthly candle has closed as of on Friday. So on Monday, the new candle will open. Probably on Sunday night, the new candle will open for the month. So now let me quickly go back to daily and show you another thing there. Is that S&P 500, I am anticipating that this market will come here. Here is this was an inverse head and shoulder, left shoulder, right shoulder, the head. And the law of the principle of this chart pattern states that the neck must be broken, and second, there must be a retest, but sometimes that retest don't normally come. A retest to test the particular neck. So I've been waiting for this guy to come to this particular neck to retest, but the market has refused to come to this particular neck to retest, and there's a lot of space here. I mean, I don't want to trade inside here, but S&P 500 has failed to make another new high. When I saw this, like, this is just an example of when the market makes a leg to the upside, you make another leg to the downside. This one now, this is where the force is coming from. Ideally, from here now, there should be a full force that will break this particular high, which is something like this. This you cannot say that this was where he grabbed the force that was able to surpass this particular high. But in a case whereby you have something like this, the market came like this and couldn't go above this particular high, now started playing around here, there is a problem. There is a problem. So now S&P 500, despite that we have given us that information on the monthly, which is the Morningstar, and the S&P 500 pulled down all the way here and couldn't surpass this particular high. It came here, tried it, the seller pushed it back and closed back inside here. And the next candle also was the daily candle closed as in doge is decision candle. That is a lot of confluences that the S&P 500 may likely want to come to retest this particular zone before heading up higher. This is before heading up higher. It may likely want to come and retest this particular zone before heading up higher. Since S&P 500 was not able to take off the force from here, was not able to take off this force, this particular high. So I think that the market may probably wants to come back to this particular zone to test it before shooting up. So you know I'm a technical trader. A lot of fundamental also is backing a lot this pairs and all these indices and both gold. But I'm saying on the technical standpoint of it, if this S&P 500 was supposed to just rally from here and come to this particular zone here, this force should have been the one that would lead to this particular up here. For some reason, it failed. So since it failed, I'll still be maintaining my position that until S&P 500 tests this particular zone, this is when I can now buy. So this is what I have for you guys, and I know a lot of greedy setup is still lining up. Just be patient. GBPUSD on the other hand, I've told you what I've been waiting for. USDCHF also, I've told you how to position yourself. 4-hour close, you enter. And GBPJPY, this one will be a nice one. A nice one. If you see a good 4-hour candle, a good 4-hour candle that closes above this particular high here, we can now buy. So this is what I have for you guys. This is what I have for you guys. Please, if you like my video, you like the way I teach, please give me a thumbs up. And if you don't also like it for any reason, please also give me a dislike. But tell me in the comment box below what to do to improve in my next video. As you all know, no one knows it all. I'm here to learn. You are here to learn. You learn from me, I learn from you. Until we attain the level which I call the CPT, consistent profitable trader. I'm not totally there yet, and I know a lot of newbies are not totally there yet. So why not subscribe to my YouTube channel and let us go together until I come your way again. And please remember to always keep it super simple. Don't complicate the chart. You can see as my chart is looking good. I will also delete some lines and to make it more clean. But for the sake of this tutorial, that is why I'm putting a lot of lines so that you will understand where to buy and where to sell from. So please do subscribe to my YouTube channel and give me a like. I remain your boy, the Legend FS Academy. Until I come your way again, buy and keep it super simple. Until I come your way again, bye.